All right, more fallout from Hunter Biden's laptop. How many times have I said that? As New York Post reveals, the abandoned computer contained a personal calendar marking dozens of meetings with business partners, then a meeting with his dad. The report details how Hunter met with his father at least 30 times at the White House for the vice president's residence, often days after he returned home from overseas, including a 2012 meeting 4 days after being wined and dined by billionaire oligarchs in Moscow, one of which was resulted in one of these guys ends up being a murderer, at least charged that way. Here to react, a contributor, New York Post columnist, and Laptop from Hell author Miranda Devine. Miranda, this whole calendar, along with the voicemail, is pretty damning. Don't you agree?
Hi, Brian. Look, it definitely is, and it just puts the lie to Joe Biden's repeated denials that he knew anything about his son Hunter's overseas business dealings. There is so much circumstantial evidence to say that that's not true. There are the meetings with Hunter that, are on Hunter's calendar with his father just days, even minutes after his return from these overseas business trips. What was he doing there? Was it just pure coincidence? Seemed strange 30 times. And then there are the multiple meetings that Joe Biden had with Hunter's business partners. He invited them to breakfast at his vice presidential residence. He went to dinner with them at Cafe Milano in Georgetown. He even met them overseas in Beijing on one famous occasion after he'd flown Hunter into Beijing on Air Force Two to do business. So it's just not sustainable for the White House and Joe Biden to keep on insisting that he's got nothing to do with Hunter's very shady overseas business dealings during the period that Joe Biden was vice president and had a lot of power.
It's unbelievable because, meetings, these aren't just one country. This is Romania, this is Colombia, this is Russia, this is China. This guy's all over the place, let alone we thought it was Ukraine and Burisma. That was the least of it.
Yes, you're so right. And you've got to remember that the main part of this is the money. You have to follow the money. And there was tens of millions of dollars that flowed through from those countries, whether it be Kazakhstan or China or Russia or Ukraine or Romania, that flowed into the Biden bank accounts. So what was the money for?
NPR is coming out with a disinformation bureau facet to their company. They got to make sure the stuff that they report is not disinformation by having a disinformation reporting team. Do they have a credibility problem? After all, they called you and some of your reporting out when they commented on the Hunter Biden laptop prior to the election, saying this quote: "We don't want to waste our time on stories that are not really stories, and we don't want to waste the listeners and readers' time on stories that are just pure distractions." Yes, hardcore emails that could have been verified with a phone call. The disinformation team just said that's disinformation.
Well, it's a joke. They have absolutely nothing to recommend them as disinformation gurus. They should stay out of the business. They are just propagandists. They're one of the worst in the media.
Absolutely. Miranda Devine, thanks so much.
Thanks, Brian.